Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Football Manager Road to Glory save here with York City, the save where we take York from the Vanarama Conference North all the way to the Premier League and beyond. So it has happened, everybody. We've completed stage one of our journey. We got promotion to the Premier League in the last match against Sunderland. We've got two matches coming up for you in this episode against Burnley and Derby respectively to see if we can go up as champions of the Championship. So exciting times here at York. If you are new, please leave a thumbs up down below and a subscribe would really help me reach my targets for this month. Without further ado, let's crack on with this episode. So remember when I said that I thought that the money that you got for going up from the Championship to the Prem was always less than you thought it would be? They normally bill it in the media, don't they, as the £100 million game. So you're sat there thinking, oh, 60 million, I can do a lot with that. Well, it's not, it never seems to me anyway, to be quite as much as that. The board, who I'm really starting to get annoyed with now. They're really getting on my goat, this board. They never improve anything. They're always super stingy, but then it is York, it is Yorkshire after all. The board have set the wage budget of £375k a week and 25.4 million next season. Let's just see how much wiggle room we've got in there. So we can push it up to 39 mil if we want to. But that would obviously limit our wages there. So, yeah, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be tough, but I'm fully confident in my scouting and my ability to find players on the cheap, prospects on the cheap. I'm already out. I'm already looking and doing exactly that. It's going to be an exciting summer. But let's crack on now with the last two games of the season. So here we are then at the day of the game itself. Turf Moor, of course, Burnley's ground. Burnley versus York. I think this is the team which we're going with. We're going to give Chambers a go. Egan Riley getting a run out, probably his last for the club. I think Marcel Lewis, Devine probably won't come back. Greenwood is probably off. Connor Stanley. Leif Davis won't be here next season. Neither will Romario Vieira. So lots of changes incoming in the summer, but like I say, I mean, it really is exciting times here at York, because if we're going to battle for promotion against relegation next season, I really need to do some shrewd shopping. 25 million is not that big an amount. I know it sounds a lot of money to what we're used to, but it really isn't in Premier League standards. So it's going to be interesting times. There are certainly enough youngsters and prospects out there which I really like the look of. It just depends. It all depends on how much we can wheel a deal and get them in for, how much of a bargain they'll be. It is a free kick, our Achilles heel. That's something I really want to look into. I just haven't had the time. As you start clicking through. And again, Frimpong, there we go. Goal for Grant, disallowed. But that happens so often. I think we've probably conceded like 10 to 15 goals this season from exactly that kind of position there, which has been really irritating. And that's the only thing I am concerned with going into the Prem. Well, I'm just, I think we are going to get relegated. Let's be honest here. I think we are going to get relegated from the Prem. This York side keeps surprising me, though. This will be our fifth back-to-back promotion, which is absolutely incredible if you think about it. It is a personal best of mine. I've never done that before. There's always a point, I reach where I plateau out and find it hard to progress. It just hasn't been the case this summer, and I think that's testament to the amount of work I've been doing in the background, scouting and looking at youngsters. Ross picks up, drifts past his man, tries to play it into the right winger there, and couldn't find his man there, unfortunately. Egan Riley, Mills, been superb recently, Mills, by the way. He started adding some goals. I think he's on 10 or 15 for the season. Matt West again on 10. Kenny Berry on 10 or 15. They're playing really poorly today for some reason. But look at the table here. 95 points if it stays as it is, which is just absolutely incredible. If you think about about the outlay and about our. I think I showed you the comparative wage expenditure for our York side against like the big boys in the even in this league. We were second to bottom of the league, I think, for weekly expenditure. So, you know, it really has been quite remarkable, our season this season. And like I say, I know I said that every single season, and we kind of take it for granted how good we are, but I'm pretty shocked that we have actually managed to go up here. We're going to bring Boxall on. I'd love to get Boxall in on a completely on a contract, on a complete contract, full contract. His valuation is 3 million. I think we might be able to pick him up for sort of around 5. I'm not sure, we'll see. But I think he's first name on my shopping list. Likewise, West here. I'd love to bring West in, although Brighton also have another left winger youngster. If we can bring him around for 3 or 4 or 5 million again, that would be good business to me. Ross, again, superb player. Ross is. I really like him. Really like him. His contract, I think, he recently re-signed with Spurs, unfortunately. Yeah, so we're not going to be able to pick him up on a free there. Hang on, let's just move Berry into inside forward. He seems to prefer it like that, and we'll confirm those changes. We do also pick up a lot of yellow cards. I think it's just the way that the system is with its high intensity closing down kind of deal. Free kick to Mills here. He is lethal from this spot. Oh, he just pops it over the bar, but he has scored a lot of goals from free kicks in and around the D, you know, that kind of area. He is really a superb player. I think we're going to give Hawkins a run out over on the right. Going to play him as a winger, and I think that should do. We're going to give Wallace a go up front. Wallace, I think, might be one of those. I'll either leave him in the squad, but he's just not, his progression, even though his goal ratio is good for the amount of minutes he's played, his actual sort of development as a footballer hasn't been that good. Now, I do realise our training facilities aren't exactly the best in the world. I do keep asking the board for better training and better youth training and better youth, etc. But they just keep refusing me out of hand. That's part of the reason I am so annoyed with them at the moment. You would have thought they would give me almost anything I asked for, but they're not having it. They're not spending any money off the pitch. And it looks like I won't be getting a new stadium either anytime soon. So I wonder if it is just worth expanding the community stadium. I think it might go up to 15k, maybe 20. And I don't know what the rules are for the Prem, so it might be that we're moving to a new stadium next season. We'll have to see, you know, at the end of the day here. But there we go. The match finishes Burnley 0, York 0. Good result that. I'm pleased with that. I'll take that all day long away from home in this league, 0-0. Some good defending there. So, yeah, just confirming we're on 95 points, 31, 5 drawn, 10 lost. That surprises me there for a promoted side. But let's crack on to the last game of the season now and see if we can go out with a bit of a bang from this league. Okay, everyone, so I'm hoping for a good game to end the season, something to entertain the crowds. I'm not sure what's going to go on with the ground. I know that we're not. I'm pretty certain we don't have enough capacity for the Prem, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have to move stadium, at least for a season, while the expansion, if that's what we do, goes on. Berry picks up. Had a good season, Berry. Ross. He's dropped off a little bit on form, Ross, at the end, towards the end of this season. He was on sort of 30 goals for the season about 5 games ago. So I thought he would have really pushed on from there, but not to be. Still want him. Still a good target, or a big target of mine. But like I say, that 30 or 40 million quid that we have is not going to stretch that far in the Prem, believe you me. I've been in the off week there. I was making tentative inquiries for some of the targets on my shortlist, and they were just getting, rejected out of hand. I feel it could be a summer of frustration, really. I just don't believe that this side that we've got is anywhere near good enough to stay up in that league. I mean, even to stay up, and that is me talking here. I'm normally quite positive about our chances. Although I do say every season, I think we've reached our plateau. It is going to be a struggle next season. I'm going to have to fight my hardest in the summer to get in some good players into the club. I might break my rule of the prospect signing. I might just go for 2 or 3 22, 23, 24-year-olds. I know that sounds a bit extreme and not something I normally like to do. Ross scores, but I think maybe in the Prem that might be the way we go. We'll see who comes out on free transfers first and take it from there, I think. Ross with a lovely goal there from a Dunn's getting a few games. He's not. This is his last game for the club. The centre backs that I want, I think, are going to be big bucks. I think we're talking like 5 to 10 mil. Boxall got sent off there, unfortunately. So we'll drop Mills back to deep lying playmaker. He can play there certainly. I might bring Mundle on in the second half, and I think we're going to drop down to positive. Still, however, West picks up, drifting inwards. Ross. Etheridge with the save there. Yeah, so, like I say, I mean, I might change tact slightly this summer. I mean, 22, 23, 24-year-olds aren't exactly over the hill. And it could add a lot of strength to our squad if we go down that route. Romeo here. Cutting inwards. Brown. I'm going to drop down again to balanced. Hopefully we can see it out to the second half here, to the half time rather. Stevens. Wiggett with a clearance. Mills away. Ross, lovely stuff from York. So 1-0 to York here. Would be good if we could get a win here, the final game of the season. But like I say, we're already up, so it's no biggie if we do or if we don't. And I think I'm going to play Mundle in here. So Mundle and Meunier, I would have liked them to have got more game time, but the season has been so tense and nervy. Wasn't sure if we were going to go up, but I've not had the time or not had the ability to rotate in some of the even younger players. We got the Northern Irish striker who I wanted to play a bit, and Meunier's come off. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What is going on with these cards here? I'm going to play Mundle down here. No, Mundle's going to go in here. These cards that we get, it's our discipline is just awful. It really, really is. We don't normally get red cards though. I'm going to have to go down to defensive, I think. I think we're about to get beat here pretty bad. Not the way I wanted to end the season. Joseph, he's been a bright point this season. Joseph, really, really versatile. I think he's got a lot of room to grow. A lot of time though on his hands, and if he can do it in the Prem, then he could be worth millions and millions and millions for us. England international, of course, under 21 international. Wiggett, I think I've got to keep hold of Wiggett. I mean, he is one of our best players, and he has ironed out those mistakes gradually through the season. If we can get him back in, I will do. Back in on board, if you know what I mean, in terms of he is in, he's got a permanent contract here, but back in terms of like or Romeo, yeah, there we go. I'm going to drop down. I'm going to go very defensive, part of the bus time, and I think we are going to have to make some changes here. Let's go down here, West. Wallace over there, and we'll put Jake Kane on for West, and we'll have Jake Kane as a deep line playmaker on support. Yeah, that'll have to do. We'll have to go with a strikerless system. Such a great shame for this season to end this way, but it has been a really, really excellent season, don't get me wrong. I'm delighted, thoroughly delighted to go up, but this game just does go to show we've got a lot of holes and a lot of work to do in the summer. I'm a little bit worried about how that's going to go. The players I think that I want are going to be way, way, way out of our price range. I think that's just the way it's going to go down. So I might have to get settled for my sort of second and third options on the list. But luckily, I mean, we have done our homework. We have got a huge list potential prospects we can get in. So I don't think that's going to be the issue. But I just think the quality ones, the really, really good ones that we want, are just going to be so expensive for us to try and get now. Berry. Oh, Berry should have scored there. So we've had, what is it, 2 red cards I think we've had this match, and we're still doing well, or well enough. Bird. McKay, Stevens. Mullumby. Albrighton. Slicker with the save there. It is funny when you get further up, into a save, but you still see some of the same names from the start, cropping up. And you wonder how that player can still be around. But of course, not all... the AI doesn't really seem to take into consideration the age of a player. Well, it does. I mean, it's quite good in that. So like I thought, I mean, we have ended up losing this game, 2-1. I don't think we're going to come back from this. May as well go up to positive. Such a shame. Such a shame of a way to end the season. But I think we're still going to finish top as champions by the looks of things, on goal difference probably. The goals we score when we're on form and we're firing, we're sort of scoring 4 or 5 goals a game, which is really, really good. Alric Brown, I don't think is going to have what it takes for the Prem. I might be proven wrong, but I don't think he's the answer for us at right back. Don't forget that our right back all season, Macy, is a loan signing, so we've got to sort out key areas for the squad in the summer. And if we start missing out on targets, if they start signing contracts, and if the clubs start digging their heels in about prices, then we could be in real troubles for the season. But we'll keep on the positive. I think we should be able to do enough. Oh dear, ball over the top to Fletcher. Slicker with the save there. Goalkeeper is an area I'm going to look to improve if I can. There's a goalie at Crystal Palace, and I think one at Sheffield United I want to bring in. So there we go. A sad way really to end the season. Derby 2, York 1. Hand over to assistant. But there we go. The season is finally done and dusted. We don't go up as champions. I don't think we deserved it anyway, if I'm particularly honest, with the 11 losses this season. But we do go up in the automatic promotion spot, which is absolutely incredible from York City. So there we have it, everybody. End of the season in the Championship. Got up, promoted. First time of asking from the Championship. Delighted with that. If you have enjoyed that episode, please leave a like and a subscribe down below. Would help me reaching my target of 75 subs for this month. And I do hope you have a lovely rest of your weekend, everybody. See you on Monday for the transfer special.